On Italy, you have to remember that Italy is a fiscal discussion. So there wasn't much discussion about Italy. As a matter of fact, the Vice President Dombrovskis was there. And basically, I asked him permission to quote him, to quote what he said. He said, of course, we have to observe and apply fiscal rules, but we're also seeking a dialogue. The context of our discussion today was, as I said before, the statement by the Vice President of the Commission, who said, of course, he has to apply fiscal rules, but he's also seeking a dialogue. The second point of context is what I said in the previous press conference in the IMF, during the course of the IMF meetings, is that I'm personally, but that's a personal perception, so take it for what's worth, I'm confident that an agreement will be found. Now, let me come to the facts. Interest rates have come up and are coming up. And so that means the lending rates are going up, still moderately, I should say, for households and for firms. And so it means that households will have to pay more for borrowing from banks, and so do companies. Of course, companies, in the case of companies that fund themselves issuing bonds, the pass-through from the capital markets to the bond market, to the corporate bond market, is obviously faster. So for them, the increase in borrowing rates has been more marked and quicker. Now, all this likely means that will have effects on credit and ultimately on growth. And, by the way, on the very same space that's needed for fiscal expansion. So in a sense, after the interest rates, if the interest rates keep on going up, the room that is available to expand the budget gets smaller. What can one do as far as banks are concerned, given the widening of the spreads that has taken place in the last 5-6 months? And I think there are the first answers, maybe, I mean, there may be other answers, but the first answer that come to mind is, first of all, reduce the tone and don't question the constitutional existential framework of the euro. And the second is reduce the spreads. So do policies that lead to a reduction in the spreads.